Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. I'm so grateful that you guys are watching are watching my videos on my channel and subscribing and commenting. I really appreciate it. In this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about how it really annoys an INFJ when we see the true colors of someone, like right away, obviously, and we see that they're going to be an absolute horrendous mess, or they're going to be an energy vampire, or something about them is off, and you think to yourself, I don't think so. I don't think I can hang out with this person. And we're the only ones on the planet, it seems, that sees their true colors, right? Now, maybe just saying that out loud makes me feel like maybe we're just being egotistical and thinking to ourselves, oh, we know best, but no one else knows. But really, this has happened to me so many times. Like, I can't even imagine, or I can't even explain to you guys how annoyed I get, because this happens to me so often. I'll be sitting there and a new individual will come into my life, and I'll think to myself, no, I'm sorry, I can't be friends with you because obviously you're insane, you're an energy vampire, or there's something off about you and I can't hang out with you. And everyone else seems to love this person. And I think to myself, yikes, there's no way in hell I can hang out with these individuals anymore because they hang out with this new person all the time, and I can't be around this person anymore. Or at all. I can't do it because obviously my energy is very precious to me, right? And so I have to give up on hanging out with these friends of mine, and eventually they'll come back to me and say, "Oh my God, this person! Why did you not warn us about it? Why did you just run away? Why didn't you tell me that he was crazy or she was crazy?" And I think to myself, you were absolutely in love with this individual. You thought that they were spun of gold. Is that right? Spun of gold. I thought you thought that they were made of gold. So how can I give you any kind of information about this person and say, oh no, be careful with this person. They're really, really scary. I feel something weird in them. Don't be too close to them. How can I say that? Unless I want to sound like a crazy person, or unless I want to be ostracized. And that's happened to me as well before, when I try to warn people that I care about a certain person, and they say, you're crazy, you're just jealous, you're just insane, stop talking to me, we're not friends anymore. And so I lose a friendship based on that. So I don't do that anymore. I don't tell people to stop hanging out with someone because I think they're scary or there's something off about them. I'll just stop hanging out with that person particularly, and with my friends who hang out with this person, or at the same time. I won't be there at the same time. And eventually they will come and tell me, oh my God, I can't hang out with this person anymore. They're a little bit crazy. And I was like, I'm thinking in my head, duh, yes. Like, I mean, yes, of course they're crazy. Like, did you not get that right away? I don't actually say it out loud because, of course, there's no point in "I told you so." There's no need to involve your ego into it. But every single time that it happens to me, every single time I think to myself, why? Why does this always happen? Right? Why does this always happen? And why can't I just be honest about it? I really wish that I could be honest about it, and I wish that it would actually be useful. That, like, people would actually listen to me and say, yeah, you know what? If you are warning me about this person, obviously there's something off about them. Now, I don't know where we're getting all this information from. Like, I really cannot explain to you why I get why I find some people scary or irksome, or just noteworthy. I have no idea where this information is coming from. Something in their gestures, something in their energy, something in the way they talk to people. I have no idea where I'm gathering this information from. Like, I have no idea. So I can't explain to someone saying, this person is a little bit, don't hang out with them because blah, blah, blah. I can't say that because I have no idea. All I can say is I'm getting warning signals from this person somehow, energetically or spiritually or whatever it might be. I don't know why or how, but I know this person is a little bit dangerous, so just stay away from them, right? If you said things like that out loud, like, people would obviously think you're crazy, right? I mean, why should I not hang out with this person? So I don't say that out loud, but I wish there was something that I could explain to them, saying, this is the reason why you should stop hanging out with them. This happened to me actually very recently, where there was this individual who we were working with, and instantaneously I started getting warning signals, like red bells ringing around. Don't hang out with this person, stay away. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, what about this person is crazy? Because I have no idea, I can't explain it. So I didn't hang out with them. But everyone else was like, oh my god, they're great, you know, she has such great energy, and she's so spiritual, la la la. And I'm thinking to myself, whenever some people start saying things like that about a person specifically that I know is not like that, I think to myself, okay, I can't trust your judgment anymore. So I don't trust that person's judgment anymore about people at all. Most people around me, I don't trust their judgment about people. The only person actually I trust their judgment about people is my sister. She's an INTJ, and she's brilliant. She always knows when there's something wrong with a person. She's very intuitive. So most people I don't trust when they say, "Oh, this person's awesome. You're gonna love him," and I think to myself, I probably am not gonna love him. Actually, if you're saying that, some people when they say that, I think to myself, "Oh, I bet you I'm gonna hate this person, or I'm not gonna get along with them." Because if you're saying that, then for sure I'm not gonna like this person, because I don't trust their judgment about people at all. They're always wrong. Because they always base their judgment on stupid things like the purse this person carries, or the clothes they wear, or where they live and how they live, and all that stupidness, which doesn't really matter, right? And so obviously this person, eventually, this girl that I was talking about, she started yelling at our staff about something, and she was really, really rude and really condescending, right? And my staff is standing there and thinking, okay, what the hell is going on here? And I'm standing there thinking, yes, you've finally shown your true colors. I knew this was going to come out eventually. You're not really that person that you say you are. Obviously, when push comes to shove, you show your true colors, and boom. I'm not saying that you should never yell at someone, but you shouldn't yell at someone else for your mistake, and also you shouldn't yell at someone else because or yell at someone else in a way that puts them down, you know, makes them feel crappy if you made a mistake, right? The way she did it, I instantaneously knew that she was just showing her true colors. And so I was like, cool, cool, that's good, that's good. I'm glad that I'm not crazy. I'm glad that I'm not making random assumptions about people without any proof to it or any truth behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, as I said, like this information comes to us as if like out of ether. I'm just getting all these messages about individuals that are in my life, and I think to myself, but how? How do you know this? How do you know this about this person? How? And I can't explain. I have no idea. Obviously, it's based on some kind of intuition, some kind of gut instinct, some kind of collective consciousness radar. I have no idea. I have no idea at all. But a lot of times I'll be sitting there and think to myself, okay, I wish I could really explain it, but I have no idea why. This person is someone you just stay away from, right? The good thing is that I never try to prescribe to other people that you should stay away from that person, because again, that's a really, really scary thing to do, because you're probably going to be ostracized, not them. So don't do that. I try not to do that anymore. So I will just exclude myself. I'll just be like, okay, I'm leaving. You guys hang out with this person, obviously. You are welcome to do what you want. We're all adults here. We can take care of ourselves, right? I don't need to take care of someone else. I don't need to tell them not to hang out with someone. You do your thing, of course. I'm not going to hang out with them anymore, right? And so when eventually they do end up seeing who they really are, then then we can have a conversation about it, and we can be like, okay, cool. And then I can maybe perhaps explain myself better on what I saw. Probably not, though, because I have no idea where all this information comes from. But I know that this is something that I can't talk about freely with the people in my life. And I hope, I implore you guys not to talk about that either. Because a lot of us get ostracized from normal society because we do things like this. Because we come up to random people and say, you know, we talk about our intuition. We tell them things about what we've kind of gauged about them without there really being any evidence for it, you know. How do you know? You have to be able to explain yourself. And if you can't, then don't talk about it with people. Don't talk about it with anyone else. Use that information for yourself, but don't tell other people to follow your advice, because you need to have some proof. You need to have some real life evidence. And a lot of times we don't. We don't know why we know the things that we do about certain people. We don't know why we know the things that we do about certain situations. We don't know. We have no idea. For example, like recently, a colleague of mine, she got sick and she left, and she's like, I'm going to come back for sure. I'll be back in a month. And as she was saying these words, the main thought in my head that popped up was like, you're not coming back ever. You're not. I know it. And I did not know how to explain why that thought popped up. I had no idea what the reasoning was. But I knew she wasn't coming back. I knew that even if she came back, she was going to come pick up her stuff and then leave again and go back home. she was not going to come back and work with us again. I knew it. There was like no doubt in my mind at all. And when my boss asked me about it, I was like, I don't know how, but I know that she's not coming back, right? And he's like, he's intuitive as well. He's like, yeah, I think as well, the same thing. But how do we explain this? How do I explain that I knew that this person's not coming back? Something in a gesture, something in her micro expression, something in the way she said things? I have no idea. She was very enthusiastic about it. And she's like, yes, I'm coming back. I'm so excited. I'm just going to take a little break. I'm going to recover. I'm going to recuperate, and then I'm going to be back. And the more she said that, the more I realized she was not going to come back, right? Now, again, I don't know how to explain that. When someone asks me, if they ask me, oh, is she coming? Do you think she's going to come back? Obviously, in my head, I'm thinking, no, she's not. But how do I explain that to you? How do I tell you what I saw? I have no idea how to do that, because there's nothing tangible that's telling me these are different points why she said these things, and this is the reason I think she's not coming back. I don't know. So all this information that I gather from my intuition, from my gut, I'll hold it and I'll keep it for myself until I can use it for someone else. So I will use it for myself until someone else says, oh my God, I had a really bad experience with this person. What do you think about them? And then I'll I'll spill a little bit of it, because I'm always really afraid to make people think that I'm crazy. That, you think all these random things and you know that they're true, but how? The only person I actually do share these things with is my ENTP friends, because for some reason, all of my ENTP friends know and trust my intuition implicitly. Implicitly. I have no idea how or why, but they trust it. I never have to explain myself to them. They're like, okay, so what do you think about this person? And I never have to preempt it with, oh, I don't know why, because they know I don't know why, but I'll tell them all my analysis of the person, and they'll believe me without even blinking an eye, because they've noticed that it has come true every single time, right? And so they have evidence for that. So with my ENTP friends, I always do tell them what's going on. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope that you guys have been able to understand what I'm trying to get at. So I know we get annoyed by it, but I really want you guys to be careful about sharing too much. Just use it for yourself. And if someone asks you about something, then maybe share it. But be really careful about giving information out which is based on just gut or intuition, because you can't explain it. You can't explain where it came from. And it seems like just bogus, hokey-pokey nonsense, right, to other people. Again, I hope that this makes sense to you guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, message below. If you guys want to email me directly, my email address is in the description below. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.